Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this live stream. I hope everybody is really doing well. It's 1st of June 2022. I think the May was pretty much harsh for everyone. I can understand. And now we are in the June. I think June is going to be awesome for each and every one of you. If you remember a tweet that I made few days back, what did I mention? That I'm expecting capitulation in the month of April. May is gonna be accumulation, and then June is gonna be an expansion. We just got delayed by 1 month. The capitulation happened in the month of May. June is going to be an accumulation most likely, and June onwards and July I'm expecting a nice expansion across the boards, guys. I just want to tell you one more thing before we deep dive into the BTC on the high-term time frame. I just want to tell you one thing: just don't get chopped out, don't get liquidated yourself or whatever. Just save your capital, preserve your capital. That is going to be very important, because the bull run is coming, guys, sooner than you think. And yes, whosoever think that we are going to 14,000, 12,000, 9,000, or even 8,000, I don't know what to say, but we are not going there at the moment. Not even we are going to close to $17,000. No ways. We are not going there at the moment, guys. Okay? So you can just dream about it for a time being, and I will give you my deep dive analysis on the BTC and the alts. You can see on the screen, as you know, a lot of screens screens are open actually. So before we go into the lower-term time frame analysis on the Bitcoin, let's go to the high-term time frame on analysis on the BTC. Like, let's go to the Coinbase chart. The guys from the Walsh Wealth group who are already there here, maybe they already know I posted in the morning my analysis on the BTC on the high-term time frame and how do I think that we are going to go to the new all-time highs, guys. Well, if you would like to trade with me, do join Walsh Wealth Group. It's a really nice community we have. Also, if you would like to support me, please join trade using Bybit, my referral link. And yeah, you can get a really nice bonus as well. So thank you. Well, having said that, let's go to the BTC chart on the Coinbase. And first of all, before we go to the chart, let me explain what exactly this chart is all about. Well, this is not a normal chart. This is a log chart that you're seeing in front of your screen. Well, I normally, when we do, the hard time frame analysis, like, when you are looking for a grand super cycle or a super cycle, I think the best is you look for a log. So that's the reason I'm using a log chart. Normally, I don't use log for the lower time frame analysis. It's only for, the HTF. It gives you a very nice view actually when actually, we are looking for a bigger picture. Well, if you look at the BTC, guys, this whole move, when we really had it in like 2019, that was more like your wave one, and then a capitulation that we have in 2020, like a COVID capitulation, that was your wave two. Then we literally started with the V-shaped recovery, and what we did is we had a nice move on the upside. So the 64,000 bucks, what I see was your wave 3 of 2, 3 of 3, and then we had wave 4 of 3. Then this was your wave 5 of 3. So this was your bigger wave 3. We literally had a wick above 186 Fibonacci levels from your wave 0 to wave 3 actually, which is a really interesting thing that I see, that you break one, you get one for free. That's what I believe. If you're talking about the fifth, because bots really know, because right now we are not trading versus humans, we are trading versus the bots, the automated systems basically. So they have all the targets within their system actually, what they want to do. So what I'm anticipating right now, we are in the wave 4, and after that you're gonna get a big wave 5 on the BTC. Now people might be telling you that wave 5 is going to be like 100k, 120k, 240k, or even 300k. I can only tell you one thing: it's all bullshit. Wave 5 is going to be very quick wave 5, and it's going to be a shallow wave 5, because you got a very big wave 3. So wave 4, of course, is going to be either 1:1 extension of your wave 3, or it's going to be 786 extension of your wave 3 actually. So, the target falls, if you look at from the perspective of the confluence right now, most likely, we did the W. This whole bear flag was your X move, and now we are doing Y. Currently, we are doing B of Y actually. So this whole move dump was A, B, C, B, which I see that, the B wave should take BTC towards 33,500, can even take it to 34,000 as well, just to retest. And then probably, that's like the yellow box, what you're seeing, it's a zone where, it's like you literally, whatever the spots you have, you hedge it. Either you sell or you hedge. If you don't know how to hedge, it's better to sell, and then on confirmation you can buy it later on, guys. But however, what I'm watching is it's hedge. Better to hedge. That's that is going to be a very important thing actually. Well, right now what you're watching is the hard-term time frame move on the BTC. I do think that I'm going to literally start shorting BTC in this yellow box, and I'm anticipating that I'm expecting a move on the downside move on the BTC with another ABC move, or a 5-wave structure with a quick 5 waves on the BTC towards 23,175. Most likely, in my opinion, that should be your bottom. Max it can go to 22,500 for like a golden pocket zone where you have it for your A to B. But I think 23,175 is an absolute levels. I think it's going to be the bottom. And what confluences do we have? We also have a very nice and a concrete, you can say, bearish shark that is forming here, with a target of 161 extension of 23,600 to $23,400 levels. So I think this bearish shark pattern targets to a minimum target would be 73,800, and max it can go to $80,000 max. I don't expect a single move above 80k. It's a max drawn out. Okay, don't expect that BTC is going to have a big move to 100k or whatever. It's going to be your final wave 5, and after that I'm expecting a big bear market till 2024 quarter 1. So quarter 1 2024, we are going to literally start ending the bear market. Capitulations will be there. A lot of quarter 1 will be the quarter where we start again come into the market, start buying dips, accumulate alts, because then we're going to probably most likely going to start a big cycle, and hence it's like we're just going to have a big bull run at that point of time, 2024 to 2026 maybe. But this is how I think that the new all-time highs on the BTC is definitely going to come in. What do I see? With an invalidation levels on this whole move, and the structure is going to be 17,551. But that is literally going to be a big invalidation, I know. But I would say if you really want to play a safer bet, I think the safe bet is 13,900 is your actual invalidation levels, I think, for this whole big move. But I don't expect that your WXY, your wave 4 to be too deep, because if you literally want to finish this whole move, you really want to you have this one more move down, get your bottom, and then probably move up. Remember, wave 5 is going to be a quick wave 5. Everybody is going to keep waiting for 19k, 17k, and they all are just going to keep waiting until and unless BTC flips 53,000 bucks. Unless and until BTC flips 53,000, you guys are just going to keep on waiting. And what happens is BTC literally pulls out a big green dildo. I mean, it's going to be wave 5 waves up, not like this. It's going to be very quick 5 waves up, guys. It's like you won't get a single opportunity like to enter, because wave 5 always have a shallow retraces. You're gonna have like a wave 1 over here, a small wave 2, and then probably it's just going to be wave 3, like making 70 new all-time highs, to the maybe like 72, a small wave 4, and then wave 5. And it's going to be followed with a blow off top at that point of time, and you can expect a big dump, like 30-40% move in a single candle accumulation, and then you start a bear market. That's how the bear market kicks in. So that's what I'm seeing so far on the BTC on the high-term time frame, guys. Now moving on from BTC to the DeFi. Well, if I have to tell you about the DeFi, I think DeFi also looks really good, but not that good. I would only say one thing, that DeFi is bearish for now. The yellow zone, what you are seeing, like 4,100 to 4,200, is going to be your exit zone or hedge zone. You just exit whatever the DeFi coins you hold, or hedge it. Once you start seeing that the DeFi perhaps is reclaiming these levels, then probably it's safe to play longs. Else it's like a hedge zone, just exit whatever you have it. Because DeFi is gonna go to very near to 1,900 bucks, which is like almost 50% dump from the current levels. So just be careful with whatever you are playing with the DeFi. This bounce is most likely an exit bounce, in my opinion, whatever I'm seeing so far. Now, moving from BTC and DeFi to the BTC USDT perhaps on the lower some time frame. Well, we are forming a very nice bear flag on the BTC USDT perhaps. Well, I've been mentioning that I was looking for a 27k levels on the BTC over here for a 786 Fibonacci levels, but I also mentioned that 702 is also a very nice levels, where Total and DeFi literally did a perfect bottom the way I wanted it. Actually, I mentioned on my live stream on the Welsh Wealth group as well that DeFi is most likely bottom, guys, and had a very nice pump, almost like 20-25% move from the bottom so far. Now, looking for the BTC structure that we have in here, this move looks to me like A, B, and C, or this move. There are two scenarios over here. First of all, before we go into the second scenario, the first scenario is there in front of your screen. Well, I do think that we are most likely doing your wave C. That is like your first scenario. That's going to like wave 1, 2. Let's say your wave 3 is here. You're gonna see something like this for your wave 4. Okay, like this. Perfect. And then you have wave 5. So it goes to the levels of 33,500 as I mentioned. And max it can go to 34,330, an extended wave 5. But normally I don't see an extended wave 5. But that's how I see BTC. There's also a possibility that the wave 3 is not in, which means that BTC might go one more wick up, like a 3 drive pattern. Take all the liquidity over here, one more push up, and then probably just like a swing filler pattern up here, and then probably go down like and take this liquidity. There's a possibility, but still it will be your wave 3 actually. So this is the first scenario that we have. In any of those cases, I think the first scenario, either we go up first and then dump, But the wave 5 is going to happen in first scenario. The first scenario, 33,500, is absolutely going to the levels where I start building big shorts across the board actually. The second scenario I have is that a whole move is not ABC, but it is a WXY move. So if you look at from the WXY perspective, the W, X, and Y goes in 3 waves, which means that Y goes in a 3 waves, which also mean that this whole move up is A, B, and C. So we have one more move up probably, and then we start having a wave A, wave B. So this will be your wave A up, and then you're gonna have wave B. Wave B will most likely gonna take the liquidity at $30,000 and 30,100 like this, and then you're gonna accumulate, and then you're gonna have one more wave up for 33,500, and wave Y, the final wave Y would be 1:1 extension, which falls around 34,500 levels. So it's gonna be like a swing failure pattern, or it's gonna be like a trap, a deviation above this big resistance that we have, and also a deviation above a trend line that we have it here, and a deviation of the bear flag. So the way we had a deviation, as we saw previously, the big bear flag, we can have a trap deviation, and then you trap a lot of buyers over here, and then you start dumping like this, liquidate them, and that would be your final wave down for your wave C, actually, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what the lower some time frame move on the BTC looks like actually. When when I was looking like when you see BTC on the lower term time frame, well, this exactly tells you that many might expect that we should be looking for 40k, 39k, but just understand, the bears have literally done a lot of damage, and they literally tried to dump BTC towards $25,000 on many exchanges like spots, CMEs, but they failed to do it on USDT because of depegging. Perhaps I've not went that low actually. And now if you think that bears literally would give up before further dumping one more down, it's like the market makers are gonna give whatever they are accumulating. The market makers are accumulating here. You are selling, the retailers are selling, and the market makers are enjoying. They are just buying whatever they can get from you. They're just accumulating. It's like you can see one more wave down on the BTC where everybody's gonna turn bears, and it's gonna be like the scenario would be like, oh my god, we are going to 20k, 19k, it's over, and blah blah shit. And what happens is, as I mentioned, the wave 5 is going to be very quick, and it's not gonna take the time the wave 3 took. Wave 3 took almost like 7 to 8 months. The wave 5 is not gonna take that much amount of time. 2022 we're gonna see a new all-time highs again, inshallah. That's what I expect actually from the BTC. I'm not a full-blown bear or bull. I'm just playing the levels, guys. I play what I see in front of my screen actually. That's how I see the BTC, and that's so far that's how it is playing out. So that's all I have for BTC lower term time frame. I already discussed for the BTC high term time frame, and we discussed DeFi. Now, if you talk about the USD dominance, I also posted in my corner about the USD dominance. I think USD dominance, as we are accumulating inside this range lows and we are losing it, I think USD dominance might just have one more wave down. But looking to how the structure is, I think USD dominance might be, bottom out, and we might be looking for a big move on the upside for the USD dominance. However, having said that, I see that the red zone is going to be a very, very, very tough resistance for USD dominance to break. So if we do reject again here one more time, you can expect either USD dominance to have one more wave down like this, forming like another bear flag over here on the USD dominance, and then you can have your wave 5 over here on the USD dominance. That means that BTC have one more wave up towards 33,500, 34,000 levels, and then we can have like a full reversal on the USD dominance, and USD dominance goes for like a new highs. That's like going to be a very nice move from the USD dominance, guys. Whatever the choppiness we have seen so far, I can tell you one more thing. This is not bottom, because if it would have been bottom, we would have had an impulse from the downside. which means that the move should be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And right now, whatever move we are seeing, it's like a 3 waves move. It's clearly A, B, and C of something, which is either A or it is W. So this is not the bottom for BTC. Whatever the move we are watching over here, it's all either a dead cat bounce on the shit coins you are watching, Bell, SFP, Late, whatever the else you're watching, UNFI, all are a dead cat bounce, and all bounce will be followed by a dump, further dump across the board. That's how it works actually. And this is how actually I can say that the BTC is not yet bottom. Okay. Now looking to few of the alts that I personally like, first is AVAX. Avalanche is looking really great, and most likely, as you can see, a small range is here. And I'm looking, more on AVAX, like this is a deviation that we have here. This is the deviation, and I'm anticipating a very nice, falling wedge on the AVAX, and this is going to be like A, B, and then C. When BTC also goes to the levels as I mentioned, and I expect a nice bounce. I expect, AVAX to hold these levels. The range lows on AVAX will be 23.3. Max it can go to 23 bucks. I just expect it to hold, and the first target for AVAX would be $33. That's where I'm looking for take profits, and maybe anything about $33 is going to be bonus for you. So it can, most likely reject around 36 bucks, or it can even go to the levels of 38. But I'm going to be, aggressively taking profits at 33, maybe hedging over there my spot backs. Talking about, another alt that I personally like, it is CRV. CRV is having a very nice bearish grab, guys. I think, 21.33 is a very nice levels for CRV if it gives you actually. If it gives you, I think you should be looking for longs with a very tight stop loss. Your stop loss would be 1.286. That is going to be your stop loss. And your take profit targets on CRV would be the range highs, that is going to be around 1.62. And it can go for an extended target would be somewhere around these levels. That is 1.64 to 1.62 levels. So that was I'm expecting from CRV. Now, let's go to one more like Solana. Many people, literally commented and they want to see what exactly Sol looks like and what do you see of Sol. Well, Sol also forming a very nice, pattern on the lower term time frame. However, it is bearish on the HTF. We have came inside the bigger accumulation range, and you can anticipate that whatever the pump we are going to get is to be shorting, is for shorting, guys. So it's like, let's say, Sol is done with A, B, and C. So this is your B, and the Sol is have another A, B. You can have a small push on the Sol towards 55, 53. Can even go for a swing filler pattern here. So that's like A, B, and it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We go for a deviation of the top, and then we can short the Sol around 58 to 60 bucks. And with your stops above $68, and you should be looking for take profit targets on Sol around $19 to $18. One thing I can tell you guys, alts are going to get wrecked actually, and it's just like whatever the bounce you are seeing, it's going to be very much sold off very quickly, guys. So if you're buying, someone is literally hedging, or someone is de-risking its positions actually. So that's what on the hard and time frame on the Sol I expect. It can even tank from here as well, but looking to the BTC move. Let's say if BTC have one more move up to 33,500, 34,000 bucks, I do see that Solana is going to literally have a nice push along with the AVAX, because AVAX and Sol, they go on hand on hand. Three alts that used to go hand on hand is AVAX, Solana, and our historical alt Luna. They used to pump together. So Luna is out of the question. It is dead. Don't even focus on Luna 2.0. It's a scam coin. They are just scamming people. Honestly, I don't trust Luna. I don't trust it. And now I'm just like Solana and AVAX both looks really great on this dip. Also, if we talk about the DeFi also have a nice move, as I mentioned, around to the levels of 4,130 to 4,140 levels. So yes, you can still expect another 20-25% move on the DeFi. So many DeFi coins are going to pump, like Rune, CRV, Comp. Alice gave a very nice comp long, guys. And RSR already had a nice pump. So basically, there are few alts that are literally going to blast, So one more alt that you guys are requesting or requested in the comment section was near. Many people want to know what exactly I think of a near, guys. Well, if you look at on the hard time frame on the near, I literally caught the top of the near around 19.5, if you remember, and I mentioned the near is literally going to break these lows, and my target would be $4, guys. I literally got a lot of top, guys. Luna 119 was an exact top, 119.5, near 1, FTM. I mean, I can just count, but a lot of tops we caught it, guys. Kawa, KNC, Ape, literally I got fucked with the Ape, but then it was like I caught it. I did not give a long, but Ape fucked me actually, honestly. But it happens sometimes. It's okay. Well, if I talk about the near, I think I still see near going deep down to under the $4 and a deviation under the $4 at some point of time. If you look about the near, I do think that, I expect a small bounce on the near over here. It's forming a very nice, falling wedge. Can be a wave 4 as well. We rejected here. We might be forming a very nice inverse head and shoulder. As you can see, yep. And like this. So I think, near, if you see, I do think that 5.5 would be a very nice levels for near, in my opinion, that it should hold these levels. If we do hold the 5.5 levels on the 5.574, rather, if we do hold these levels, I expect near to have a nice push towards upside. First of all, breaking this equilibrium and taking all the liquidity over here. This would be the first zone for the near to take profit 6.95. But what do you think that near is going to break these range highs and move towards the levels of 8.6 and $9? What do you think? Is near going to do that or not? Let's have a look. Well, if you just move, see here, you're gonna see three waves up, A, B, and C, and then you have A, B, and maybe C. So it's like a W, A, B, C, X, and then another A, B, C. If it's a W, X, Y, then it should have 3, 3, 3 structure. The thing changes here actually. Well, this whole move is A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's a 5-wave structure actually, which means that whatever we are watching here, it's A, B, and C. Again, A, B, and C. And then A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Which means that this is a corrective move. It's an irregular expanded flat or irregular flat, as you can see on the near. And hence, I see that near is going to reject 786 Fibonacci levels. Most likely. 786. If you are lucky, we get the 786. Or either it's going to reject, in my opinion, even 702 Fibonacci levels. So where is this 786? Yep, here. So we have over 786. So I would be targeting near a liquidity at 6.95 and $7. That's where I see the near rejects here actually. Right now I see near doing 1, 2, and maybe like this is a wave 3 of 3, 4 of 3, 5 of 3, one more move up, accumulate here for a small wave 4 like this, and go for one more move up for the wave 5, and it's done. But however, near looking really great, guys. You want to long, you can long when BTC gives you a small dip towards 5.79 to 5.58 with your stops under the levels of 5.39. That is where you should be looking for longs on the near, guys. If you really want to have a tight stop loss, then you should have your stops at 5.486. That is your tight stop loss. Okay. So that's what I expect on the near. Near is looking really, really, really great. So, yep. Questions. I think I have done with what I wanted to have today, and what I wanted to cover over the live session is almost like 30 minutes. We are here, and well, I honestly don't trade based on the economics. I'm not an FA guy. So there are two types of analysts, you can see as what the even, if you will have a Washington Post, if you watch the Doe theory, even he mentions two kind of analysts. One who purely trades based on technical analysis, and the second who just trades based on FA. I'm not an FA guy. I cannot say how the macroeconomical factors are going to turn and how, it's going to make, how it is going to pump BTC. Well, the macroeconomical factor was also weird when BTC made new all-time highs and went to 69k, and still people were expecting a pump to 100k and 150k. At that point of time, nobody asked what are the economical factor you see that the BTC is going to dump under 40k levels. At that point of time, I mentioned I was not having any economical factors at that point of time as well. Inflation is high and it is going to keep on rising. The commodities are bullish, and if you think that commodities are going to come down, then I don't think so it's going to come down. Gold is going to pump to $2,200 and you won't be able to do anything about it. US oil is going to pump. It's still finishing its wave 3. So you won't be able to do anything about it. It's not topped actually. Brent crude is not topped. So commodities are peaking and they're just going to pump, guys. And that makes me believe that, whatever we are saying that recession is going to happen, yes, it is going to come, and we are actually in the recession period right now. We are actually in the recession period, and everybody knows that the interest rate hikes is going to happen, but it is good actually. Recession is really, really good. The inflation is really good, honestly. If you look at it from alternative scenario perspective, I think I don't have any macroeconomical factors to explain you guys how it is going to turn things. I honestly don't have it, because I'm not an FA guy, honestly. So yep, I can't say that, my friend. So, well, what did Udin have to say? Funny enough, bro, this currently wave move reminds me of BTC high time frame fractal we are expecting, lol. So in March, when I mentioned that BTC won't be able to go under 30k, well, why I was saying that, first of all, let's try and understand. Because I was anticipating that BTC is most likely going to develop an ascending triangle, and I was anticipating that BTC is most likely, go for a running flat the way it does in the bull run actually. However, instead of doing running flat, the scenario got invalidated and we went for an irregular expanded flat, and that's where we are right now. So we went for an irregular expanded flat, and that is the reason it got invalidated. But before even I mentioned 30k, I was still having an alternative scenario that I already discussed in Walsh Wealth Group, that yes, there is a possibility, but the very low probability that BTC go for irregular expanded flat, and hence I discounted that yeah, I don't want to go with irregular expanded flat. My biasness was to go with a running flat, and that was my biasness actually. I got stopped out. I literally, longed BTC, and I literally panicked and closed. Everybody knows here on the Walsh Wealth Group. But I think I know right now that what exactly the levels we should be looking for a run up. If you look at for the or the high-term time frame, I do think that 23,000 would be an absolutely a wick to 22.5 is a possibility, but just a wick. But I think 23,000 is a 400 to 23,500 is a very nice levels for you guys. If you don't have any spot bags, if you are out of the game, if you're just sitting in USDT, I think this is going to be a very nice levels for you guys to start buying the dips. Not only for the BTC, but I would say don't miss the DeFi, because you don't know what exactly the big move on the DeFi is going to happen. The risk reward is amazing. It's more than 50 hours setup on the DeFi. As I mentioned, 1900 level is going to be a very nice levels for you guys to buy. So do not miss out on the DeFi. The targets, WWG guys know what exactly the targets on the DeFi would be. So I think the risk reward is amazing on the DeFi, guys. Also, if you look about the total, I think total also looks very, very similar. It's most likely be, I'm anticipating the total is doing A, B, and C. We are still in the wave 3, and I do expect one more push up for the total, as we have yet not taken the range highs. So, I think I think alts are going to perform nicely as BTC dominance is bearish on the lower term time frame. So I think alts are going to have a very nice time, guys. So if you really want to short, these are not the levels to short. Short when total start breaking up the range highs. That is the levels where you would want to short. These are not the levels you want to short. Okay. The dips you get it for buying is what I see. Total, I would be anticipating that, a wick to the upside, and then probably, yes, you can start building slowly, gradually short on BTC and Ethereum. That's what I see. But that's all what I have, guys, for now. And thank you so much for joining. Well, if you have any questions, you can ask me on Twitter. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.